Oh. Yo, I'm sorry that happened.
What happened, man?
I
What
when they
happened?
said Savage AF, I had to get that little bit of cough out. Yo, it's been an interesting week, but Savage AF, we're here for you normally Monday through Friday. What did you say? Typically,
Three p.m.
typically,
Standard Time.
yes.
Typically live on YouTube and Facebook. Savage AF. Forget your feelings. Facts matter. It's your boy Black Pedro right here. This
And
guy.
I am disgruntled. No, that's my new name. Actually, I'm Shang, and thank y'all for supporting us and coming out and seeing the live shows, and not only that, and supporting the goddamn channel. We appreciate it. We are going to be making some other moves very soon, so you will see. But when you do see us make the move, and we're gonna be in another situation, I need y'all to make sure that you go to my website, iamshang.com, sign up and put in Savage. That's right, Savage. If you put in Savage, and then I will give you the information of where you can follow some of the new things we're doing with Savage AF. Okay, sign up. Make sure you put Savage so I can separate the email. All right, that's one. Now, aside from two, 3, and 2 to 4.
Like I said, we're all the way live for you guys, Monday through Friday. Now, if you ever miss us live, I need you to take a seat and then like take your knee and just like knee yourself in the eye real quick.
Wow, that's
right there.
Yeah.
And then before it swells up, you can go to our YouTube channel to catch all the episodes that you missed live. They're all archived there. YouTube.com/C/SavageAFWorld. It's scrolling at the bottom.
Scrolling right there. It's scrolling at the bottom. And then once you do that, you do this. Sometimes the little clicker don't work as fast as it need to be. Also, make sure you give us some thumbs up if you get a chance. When you get a chance, what do you mean when you get a chance? Do it. What's wrong with you? Give us some thumbs up, rate, comment, get our algorithm popping. Like I want our algorithm twerking for all the men to throw cash at the channel. So make sure you do that. You know what? There's some people jumping in on the feed. Also, follow us on the IG. Now you see it right there, but also make sure you follow at black ass Pedro.
Yeah.
Oh, black ass Pedro and high yellow ass comedian Shang.
Comedian Shang, Black Pedro, you know what it is, man. Also, for those who've been kicked off of YouTube or whatever, Facebook is here for you. Savage A dot F dot A. You want a dot here, F dot, and by dot I mean period. Okay. Yeah. Savage A dot F dot on the Facebook. Forget your feelings, guys. Facts matter. We're 1 minute away from cursing. Hold tight. Until then, know that you. Oh, I'll say what's up to those who are here so far. Maya's here. Kevin Keith comes in with a friendly reminder, or just a ray of hope that Indictment Day party is coming soon from ATL. Shawty.
Yeah. ATL. Shawty. You know what's gonna happen, man? Pussy ass. Pussy ass Trump gonna be old pussy ass.
Goddamn Trump. Goddamn.
Look out! Look out! I can't wait till his booty get opened up on block C.
You go straight for the anus a lot. Man.
Yeah, I don't go straight. I don't even like that. All right, so Maya says she already signed up, and sign up for Savage. Yeah, make sure you put Savage.
I see y'all here, and Kevin Keith. That's an allusion to the Fonnie Wills Willis, case that's coming up.
That's pending.
We're looking
Which
forward to
I said this, and Pedro and all of the people don't believe me, but I'm gonna say it to you right now. That's the strongest case. That's the one that's undeniable to me because he said he wanted 1,000 and change. Yeah.
11,780 votes.
Yeah. That real shit. Oh well, we're after 5 minutes. Real shit.
Fuck your feelings. Facts matter.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna say. No, but, yeah. All right, listen. What I wanted to make sure y'all knew is that with this page that you watch us on, not only on Facebook, but on the YouTube page, the expansion of you'll see when we expand to higher levels, we're going to need everybody that watches the show, everybody that thumbs up, that rated, that dissed us, whatever. We need you to go to that new page. Now, we're going to let you know how we're going to make it live for you guys, but I really do need y'all to make sure you support, not only following us on the other different pages, but also signing up on the website so I can send you direct information to let you know what the deal is. Deal?
Yo, done. All right, man. Savage AF, fuck your feelings. Facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shang. It's Friday, June 16th, 2023 in the time-space continuum. We got a show for you today. Let's get into it. Your Shangry, which will be our ultimate segment this evening. The finale to the show. Shangry for you today is, if I only had a gun, da 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 da, I just might go kill a cracker.
We're gonna get flagged on that one. That one is.
If I only had a gun. But before we get into that, man, we got a Black Pedro pop-in for y'all today. Listen, y'all, stay woke this Juneteenth, if you know what I mean. We're gonna talk about it. Stay tuned. But before we get into that, without any official journalistic accreditations and whatnot, or affiliations to any publications that might be considered news, these two brothers right here ask some of the most hard-hittingest journalistic type questions that you ever heard, son.
That's good. Yeah.
And when we ask those questions, man, the hardest question we ever asked sounds just like this.
Motherfucker say what? Yeah. Motherfucker say what? Say yeah.
By the way, that's a toe tapper.
Motherfucker say what?
What?
Your boy Shang, he's your favorite dude in all of government right now.
Whoa. He's my favorite.
I know you're part of the Southern California fan club for our Attorney General, Mr. Merrick Garland, who today got up at the podium. That's where you be talking to people.
Yeah.
He got up to the podium and announced the Department of Justice's findings around specifically the murder of George Floyd and, the Minneapolis Police Department as a whole. And I'm reading this from the Washington Post. We got 7 key findings from this DOJ report from Merrick Garland. Key number 1, Minneapolis police use excessive force.
What?
I didn't know that.
No.
I had no idea that the Minneapolis police
man.
use excessive force. Thank you, Mr. Merrick Garland, for looking deep into that.
No, come on, man. Hold up.
This is a hard-hitting investigation now.
People on the feed, hold your breath. Write it down, put it on your diary. 2023, you're saying to me. Don't lie to me, man. Don't sugarcoat it.
Hey, man, I'm just giving it to you.
You're telling me
right
that the police, the popo,
lice,
that they use excessive force
in Minneapolis, he said.
Hey, man, come on now. What?
Okay, all right, now I said there's 7 keys. I just gave you the first. Key number 2 takeaway from this report. Let's read it here. Officers discriminate against Black and Native American people. Thank you once again, Mr. Garland, for looking deep into this and finding the information that we have so desperately. For many years, we have not been able to figure out what it is about certain people that the police don't like. But you are telling me that it is skin color and native heritage.
Now, I personally don't believe that you could come up with information so stunning, so incredibly world shocking that you could tell me there's no way I would have possibly came to a conclusion that police use excessive force.
Takeaway number 3. After Floyd, George that is, police ignored requirement to document race of those they stopped.
No.
Is this what we might call corruption and dishonesty in the police force, which we were completely unaware of until now? Mr. Garland, thank you very much for this information.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It doesn't sound realistic or holistic or cataclysmic.
Well, another thing that you might find to be unrealistic is that the department did little to counter racial bias. That is takeaway number 4. Department, meaning police department, got to read between the lines, did little to counter racial bias.
That is impossible. That's impossible. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. It cannot be true.
Here is another bold.
Somebody gonna tune in and go, who are these slow dudes?
Here is another. This is takeaway number 5. I got to show you my thumb. You couldn't
Hold
see
on. Captain Obvious.
Well, there you go. Takeaway number 5. Minneapolis police shoot at people unnecessarily. Huh. I had not realized that, nor had it ever come up before.
I don't believe it.
Mr. Garland.
I don't believe it.
Judy would be proud.
I don't believe it.
Takeaway number 6. Officers use neck restraints unreasonably, even after they were banned.
No.
You think?
No, I don't believe anything you're saying.
And the final and 7th takeaway from this groundbreaking report that Mr. Garland has put out today, 2 years after the murder of George, 3 years after the murder of George Floyd, that there has been poor accountability and oversight. So let's just recap. Number 1, police is bad. Number 2,
police is very, 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 very bad.
Number 2, police is bad against Black people and natives. Number 3, police was bad to George Floyd and afterwards. Number 4, police did nothing to not be bad. Number 5, Minneapolis police are bad at not shooting at people. Number 6, police are bad at not choking people to death. And number 7, nobody is watching their ass. Ta-da! Thank you, Mr. Garland. Motherfucker, come on, man.
Merrick Garland, what have I been saying about this?
Murdered. This is what you came up with? The police is bad?
Okay.
They don't like Black people?
Wow.
They be choking us?
What have I been saying about Merrick Garland? He's soft he's soft as fuck. He takes forever to do what he needs to do. He makes obvious fucking comments. He doesn't make the obvious comments when it comes to the real shit. Like, for instance, this could have came out a year and change ago, and we could have started some kind of process to weed out these fuckers. Also, when it comes to Trump and this whole situation, even though he put on Jack Smith, aka Never Happy, but you know what?
That's actually Jack Smith happy. That was at his oldest son's first birthday.
Yeah.
And he was ecstatic.
By the way, this is after he got married.
Yeah. No, that's him getting head. He's that's pleasure for him. That's pleasure.
Yeah. So, but at the end of the day, Merrick Garland is a bitch, and he does bitch like shit. And the fact that he's coming up and telling, you know how insulting that is? It's almost insulting to me. I don't know what y'all think in the feed.
Well, that's why I read it so in that dumb tone.
Yeah, like, it's so insulting to tell people that have been dealing with this shit forever.
Like he has opened our eyes to the ways of the police. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean the police have been horrible. They come from it's called nigger catchers. I mean, that was the name of them before. They were nigger catchers.
Speaking of nigger catchers, Miss Adverb is here. She's on the prowl. She has been naming off the many people, black people unarmed that the police have killed over these past.
Let me ask the people in the feed something, and it's gonna be a shocker for you. Are you surprised? Wait a minute.
Is the police bad to you?
Are you surprised that the police?
You like polices or no?
It took 2 years for him to come to the conclusion. Merrick Garland, 3 years. My bad. I call him Tweety Bird.
Angry Bird.
Yeah.
Angry Bird.
Yeah, look at him. Yep. He feels so full of himself. Like, yep, I found it out. No. Is anybody surprised by the fact that police, not only in Minneapolis, only Minneapolis. So why wouldn't he do a full investigation?
Well, because 10 years ago, the FBI in 2013 released a report about this same shit, although nationwide. The FBI has said this shit for the past motherfucking decade that our urban police forces are rampantly infested with white supremacists.
White supremacists, Ku Klux Klan, white supremacists, Ku Klux Klan, white nationalists, which is the new word for just
it's all the same.
Crackers. And the bottom line is, you told us, now what the fuck are you gonna do? The bottom line is, I'm sick of yappity yap. Just like after a mass shooting, they say, our hearts, and all prayers goes out to the family. This is after the fact. What are you going to do about the police that are obviously infested with racist, white nationalists, Klansmen, and Proud Boys, and all the other stuff?
That's Kevin Keith's question. So now that we acknowledge that the system works exactly as it was designed to work,
exactly,
what shall we do? And that's what I found lacking in the takeaways from this Merrick Garland report is I didn't hear any solutions. Like, you know what mine is, right? You know what we say here: fire and rehire. Fire every fucking cop in the nation,
right?
On every level, not at the same time, but do it level by level, state by state, city by city, and then rehire them, but re-examine who they are. You know what I mean?
Or everyone that does something bad, every single one of them, okay? Make sure it hits their pockets. Every bullet they shoot unnecessarily, charge them for each specific bullet. It's the Chris Rock joke. Make each bullet cost $5,000.
They put $50,000 bullets with the bullets in there.
Right. So my thing is, make it take out of their pension fund, not that specific cop's pension fund, but all of them. You want to see corruption in the police department and racism go down? Hit them at their insurance. Hit them for sure. Say, well, you lose your insurance if you're caught. You lose your pension. In fact, hit them in the pocket. But I don't see anybody brave enough to do that because they don't want to go against the police unions, which are incredibly strong. And also that blue wall or the blue wall that they say, blue line, the blue wall, where they don't
balls. That's what they got. That's why they all hyped up in the streets.
right.
Miss Aberb says she want to know about the suburban police because I did mention that shit. The report was mainly focused around urban police forces, but if ain't nobody watching them, which is takeaway number 7 that Mr. Garland gave us today, then they ain't watching them suburban police,
Right.
which tend to be your local sheriff, boss hogging it out in the goddamn middle of Tennessee.
So what use is Merrick Garland? How fucking useless is this man?
Well, Shane, I can give you 7 reasons why he is useful. He has told us that the police is bad. No, I mean, this is the job he's supposed to do. But at the end of the day, it's like you got to do something about it. You can't just be like, yeah, police are killing black people and natives. They don't really like y'all.
Okay.
It's like, all right.
All right. And who's going to the movie? Like,
come
right.
on,
no, I think that the bottom line is that a lot of black and brown or people of color, POCs, should all, since this has come out now that he has this, epiphany, then we should press him and press the DOJ to do something about it. Now that you've come to an investigation on something that not only the CIA, but the FBI has said that one of the number one threats in America is white nationalists. And also, if you look at it, this is ready. You ready for this? 99.9% of the violence that has been done to people that is racially motivated has been white people to everybody else. That's just a fact. There's only, and it's also been Republicans. It has been the Republicans. Ready for this? 99.9. There's only one instance where a Democrat said, fuck it, I'm tired of you, went down to the baseball field and decided to pop a couple aftermarket holes in some Republicans. Other than that, primarily the people who wanted to blow up CNN, the person that went in Milwaukee, that was racially motivated. If you look at El Paso, racially motivated, wanted to kill all brown people because they were taking his jobs, even though he didn't live in that part of Texas, he drove there. The Milwaukee guy just didn't want black people to strive. If you look at, I think it was South Carolina, where Dylan Roof went in. Was it South Carolina or North Carolina? Somebody correct me. But it was a situation where he waited. They're in church. They're on their knees. They're praying, and he shot 9 black people. That was racially motivated. They already
in South Carolina.
Was it South Carolina?
Yeah. Philip Thomas is wondering. He says, "Get rid of half of a black/white cookie. Guess which half?" You know what, man? I know which half you're talking about, Thomas. But the reality is, if we look at the young brother Tyree Nichols, he was beaten by the black half of that cookie. So I'd say that the whole damn batter is bad. We need to go out, throw out that batch, bake up some good one. By the way, I'm an oatmeal raisin fan.
Wow. So, wow. You like oatmeal raisin?
I love it.
I like cinnamon apple. And
also like a peanut butter cookie. I fucks with those.
And I'm gonna let you know something, because I like cinnamon apple. That don't make me gay.
I don't think anybody even thought that.
That's what a dude just go, hey man.
You be self-conscious about your diet. Yeah, I have a cranberry salad. I ain't gay.
Yeah.
That's not what that means.
Sometimes you know what? Sometimes when I'm eating, I like a little nice floral arrangement. Yeah, on the table. Guess what?
That'll be flowers.
Guess what? That don't make me gay. But no, I think that the bottom line is, if you look at the history of the police in America, and they keep saying, well, there's good cops, but when I look online, and I know people like to, push negative more than positive. Bottom line is, you don't see a lot of videos of police doing good as much as you see police doing bad. The reason that people are constantly videotaping the police is because the police are constantly doing some fuckboy shit. What? Okay, wow.
Philip says cinnamon apple means you eat microwaved oatmeal. Hey, man, you could boil that water. Boil that water.
Oh, yeah, I do. Wow. Yes, I do. I like the cinnamon apple. The shit is quite tasty. And you know what?
Ms. Averb says you've been institutionalized.
But guess who sent money on my books? Your mother. Yeah.
Maya Baker says, I stand with my Hispanic and Latino groups fighting the good fight in Florida. I stand with my Native and Indigenous women disappearing without justice. I mean, and we know that happens in our community too.
What's
Maya.
up, Tawana? I got the bracelets. Thank you very much.
Okay.
I got the bracelets. Thank you.
Yes, sir. That was the most awkward jewelry model ever. I have your bracelets.
I have your bracelets. Yeah.
Watch
Oh, by the
Shangry.
way, make sure y'all check out Tawana. She's in the feed. She does jewelry, and she makes really nice. I don't have a necklace. I didn't get a necklace. So what's up with that? But
Chain gang.
yeah, gang. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't get a necklace though. But I just want to see what are we gonna do? Us, not because we keep waiting for white people to. What are you gonna do? How are we gonna, how are we gonna have it make it better? What are we gonna do? We gonna keep letting this shit happen? Because I just saw, I mean, police overstep their fucking bounds constantly. They're constantly hostile towards black people. There was one situation where the person in the helicopter saw the black person with his hands raised and said, "Wow, he's a big one." He looks pretty threatening to me.
Bitch.
Yeah, he's a big one. He's threatening. They're like gorillas. And then
Thank you, Twan. I see you. I will.
Yeah.
I'll contact you.
He put his hands in the air, walks toward the cops. I don't know why I did it.
I have bracelets.
Yeah, maybe it hasn't come yet. Okay, well, you can have a little conversation on. So how you doing? What's up with that yeast infection? What? Like, why are we having this? All right, I'm messing with you. Come on, who wants some? Anybody? All right. So the point is, I think that when you look at police excessive force, which has always been the case, if you look at all of the situations if we could review all of the situations where the cops use excessive force. There was one situation where the little girl accidentally took a little toy out of a dollar store. 4 cops put these young kids on the hot pavement. They're screaming and crying. They're harassing the mother and doing this over it was a little tiny mini Barbie doll. And they went full, ham on these kids. These are children. They treat us like we're animals, and then they're surprised when we act animalistic towards them. That's the part that fucks my head up. That you push people down, you make them feel like they're nothing, and then you're surprised that not only will they lash out to the people that are around them, which was what black people do sometimes, where you lash out to the person that's closer to you. That's why in neighborhoods where it's black people, sometimes black people shoot other black people or attack other black people or aggressive. But it's like no hope. I just feel like, see, Tawana likes your haircut.
Oh, thank you, Tawana. I appreciate that. Kevin Key says Koreatown has their own police force. Maybe we should lobby to police ourselves. And he has the LA Dodger logo up, so I'm assuming that's Koreatown, LA. I spent 5 years there myself, right at Wilshire and Western.
Yeah, that's where I was at. I lived over there too.
Yeah, man. Great neighborhood. I wasn't aware that they have their own police force, but I know, like, a municipality like Beverly Hills is its own separate city.
Right.
They have their own police force, but also working in Beverly Hills over these years now, I've noticed that they have these armed guard services that I think it's called Covered 6, like I got your back kind of thing. But
right.
They also patrol Beverly Hills fairly heavily as well. So I think Kevin Keith is on to something. But it does start in the neighborhood too. Like it would, we talk about black on black crime, whatever. But like, yeah, we do need to police our own households, blocks, and neighborhoods so that, we can live safely among each other. But then also when things go beyond Miss Johnson yelling at them boys on the porch, then we do need a police force.
Well, but we also need
feel safe.
This is the other thing. There was a young man who had mental issues. I think it was in another situation in Wisconsin, and the cops shot him, even though they were trying to tell him he has mental issues. Obviously, if he's in the snow and he's butt naked, I don't know where he hid the gun, in his butt cheeks.
There was a situation where this 11-year-old was shot by a cop, and he called the police because his mother was involved in a domestic dispute, and he's trying to protect his mother, and this cop who also happened, the kid is black, family black. This cop was also black, but I guess got startled by the kid coming around the corner and shot this kid. He survived. He's recovering, but obviously there's a racial component to it.
It's a huge racial component.
But we also need to be screening all of these men and women for mental capacity types.
And also black people who, I mean, if you see them and they turn around and you see a coon tail, then most likely that person will do something. Maya Baker says, what? That's all.
We're gonna get through Maya's, and then I gotta address our minister of defense.
All right, good cops are ousted.
This is offensive at this point, but go ahead.
Well, good cops are ousted, ridiculed, and killed when they speak up against racist policies and actions within their department. That is true. There was a gang of police in LA. There are gangs of cops that will turn on other cops when they don't go after people of color. That is true. But again, fire them, let them go, and then go from there.
Miss Adverb says, not Pedro who lets white women from the bar claim eminent domain on his couch, telling us to police our houses. First of all, I got that bitch up out of here. Okay, you see my couch? Ain't no hobo house on the couch. Look,
why would she go there? Okay, listen. All right,
let a man leave. Let a man leave. Just
because Pedro occasionally harbinges.
Maybe I leave canned goods outside on the steps.
Right, and they
when they come to grab them, I'm like, wow, got your ass.
He has a box. He has a box with a stick, and he puts food in it. And the white girls.
And then I just hear that. I wait for that sound. That they always scramble in the box. They always sound the same.
So
Miss Adverb does ask, you think they would let the guardian angels back out? I'm not familiar with that particular group, but
you don't know the guardian angels?
I've heard of Hell's Angels.
No, the guardian angels used to police and patrol New York City. They all used to wear Tams, and they would. Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I grew up in Detroit.
Oh my God, man! The guardian angels, man. Then they found out a lot of them were corrupt, but still.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. But we do. I mean, we've always needed the Black Panther Party in its original form, doing the things that they were doing, building for the community, educating, feeding. You know what I mean? Organizing and protecting our communities within the laws. Within the law. Obviously, that's a threat to America, but that's what we need in our community.
So is that really what we need?
I mean, listen, if our attorney general is like, police is bad, good night. And then it's like, well, if you're not going to do nothing about it, if you're not going to reform the police departments across this nation, because this is like Minneapolis police did bad. Bitch, that's every goddamn precinct in the goddamn country.
So, and then the police, this is the thing that I've had, because I've been arrested. Supplies.
I got a couple on me too.
For me, and this is the wild part, they got me for public intoxication, and I don't drink. So that was the obvious made up bullshit that they do when it comes to us. Garland is
they got me for DUI, and I was drunk.
Pedro. Pedro,
you see how they did me, nigga?
Yeah, but that's a little different.
No, nigga, everybody. I wasn't the only one drinking and driving.
That is true.
They picked on me.
There was other people.
I was swerving. Whatever, nigga.
Well, Pedro, you did kind of a couple times.
Nigga, whatever.
Okay, wow. Listen, Merrick Garland, let me tell you about Merrick Garland, other than the fact I think he's made of bitch cloth. That's where they take a whole bunch of bitches and they seam them together and make a shawl, and that's
Yes, Shaw.
yeah. He's a bitch, and I think he's even afraid of Jack Smith because Jack Smith seemed like he's like, man, you better let me go after these motherfuckers. I kill everybody in your motherfucking family. Like, yeah, I just think that and he also, I think that like I said, and I know the money's up to $11,555. He's going to be the one to let Trump go. They're not going to go full press with Trump because it's white people, old white men helping old white men. And I think that the situation, that the fact it took him almost 3 years to come to this conclusion shows you what they do is they hesitate, they stall, they turn a blind eye. I'm sorry, that's why I had to say it that way. That's from Batman. You turned a blind
These are
eye.
your leaders.
Yes, I mean, so I just think that there's nothing going, unless we change it ourselves. We're going to still be dealing with this, and a year from now, we're going to talk about the same shit. Cops is going to still be doing their dirt. Cops is corrupt as fuck, and that's it.
A year from now, motherfucking Merrick Garland is gonna be like, Philadelphia police is bad. Philadelphia police be shooting.
And that is why. Yes.
Philadelphia police do not like black people and natives.
Yes. NYPD hates all niggers.
I'm like, bro, can you come with some breaking news in this motherfucker? So, in our black communities, though, let's connect as neighbors, man.
Yeah,
I don't live in a black neighborhood right now, but in LA when I did,
I don't either. I guess I live in a everybody neighborhood.
We ain't nowhere near it. We got to go south, and even that's being eaten up right now. But yeah, we are. If you're in a black neighborhood, predominantly black city, start connecting with your neighbors, man. Forming a plan for your community, right? If you know there are bad elements doing bad things, if you feel like you could safely reach out and talk to them, go do that. If not, police your neighborhood around that, man. But we see Merrick Garland is telling us that we cannot rely on the police in our community solely, although we need it. So we got to figure out something. Kevin Keith, let us know what the plan is, dog.
Okay, but let me ask you this. I'm going to ask the people in the feed this. All right. So we know the problem with the police. We know the police is racist cunts, and there's no gray area. There's no getting around it. All right. And when they're not beating their wives and threatening their kids with a gun for cleaning their plate off, which, who hasn't done that? Come on. I got kids. What other thing do you think will be the solution other than policing our own neighborhoods, having some Black Panthers or the no fuck around crew or people like that? I think, like Pedro said, is you destroy to rebuild,
fire and rehire
from the bottom up.
Started from the bottom, now we're here.
Yeah,
you gotta fire every cop in this nation,
right?
At the same time, like I said, and then rehire those that should be, and then recruit others to replace them bad apples. Because I'm tired of the bad apple thing. Because people are like, well, there's just some bad apples. It's like, that's not the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? The adage goes, one bad apple can ruin the bunch. And that's the point. It's the ruining of the bunch, right? It's not like, oh, well, only one apple's bad. It's like, no, in contact, in close proximity with all the good apples, the bad apple can ruin every
and the bad
apple.
And the bad apples, you know what? I think the bad apples know this.
And so they kill the. Well, no, I think the good apples. I think that, first of all, I think there's just more bad apples in the barrel than good apples. To be honest, I really do. And because at this point, the bad apples have ruined the bunch.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what are you about to do? Dig through a bunch of mushy ass rotted apples
to get a nice good apple
or somewhere in the middle? No.
Best joke.
You're gonna be like, fuck these apples.
Best bad apple joke ever, Chris Rock. I'm giving Chris Rock props when he said that you can't be a bad apple. You can't be a pilot and be a bad apple. Yeah, maybe I'll land this plane into that fucking mountain, or maybe I won't. I mean, yeah. So I mean, that is it. Philip Thomas says, policeman to his son after Little League baseball game. Did not tell you to choke up on the bat. Slap. Yeah, I mean, they really, there is a, okay, I can show you, I'll pull it up, but I can show you where they said most of the domestic abuse that is happening in the police department is the police beating their wives.
Oh,
They beat the shit out of their wives. In fact, there was a police officer that showed up to another police officer's house because he was bludgeoning his wife. And now this is a good cop, bad cop. The cop that showed up said, "Stop beating your wife." But hey, he said, "We're both on the job." He said, "No, man, you can't beat your wife like that." He ended up shooting the bludgeoning police officer. And I can't say that I'm mad at him. It's like, and then he got in all kind of trouble. They tried to fire him. He showed the situation and his cam, his body cam to show that he had to. The other cop was going to pull his gun. And he's like, you heard what he was saying. This is a real story. This is not a movie. And the motherfucker he had to drop him because it was either drop him or get shot. And guess what? And it happened to be a black officer that shot him. And it was a white man and woman
a white wife beater.
Wife, yeah, a wife. And by the way, he had on a wife beater when he got this shot, which makes sense.
God damn it, Darnell, you don't come around here, man. Tell me I can't beat my wife.
Now you know what? Why don't you go police your old nigger places? That's what you need to do, because you ain't gonna tell me what to do in my house. Shut up,
black on black crime. Leave this white on white crime alone.
Right in the middle of the sentence. Shut up, Clara. Pow.
Clara.
Emma
Jean, if you don't get back in that goddamn trailer,
shut your mouth. I mean, I'm telling you right now. So this is what we're gonna do. I think what we should do, and it's everybody, and you go one person tell another person, is you pressure by calling, writing. I don't know if you want to protest to the DOJ to, now that you've just discovered this amazing information. Oh my God, there's only 300 Bengal tigers left in the world.
Groundbreaking.
Groundbreaking. Then now that you know it, so we're not telling you something you don't know, let's pressure them to do this across the board and make sure that they make the fixes necessary with the police. Also, this is my last thing I would say.
Yeah.
There's two things they should do with the police. A lot of times police show up and they don't know how to handle mentally ill people. Maybe have a separate division that is equipped just to do that, to just show up, that are experts and professionals at dealing with mental people who have schizophrenia, because there's a lot of people, they put them out on the street, they get schizophrenia, my bad, and get them out there. And instead of immediately going to pop, pop, bing, bang, you know what I'm saying? Get them out there. Have somebody that can handle possible violence of a person that's mentally ill, but that knows how to handle it. Separate division, a separate situation, and I bet you there wouldn't be as much.
Also, I'd like to add on that we need to reform our 911 operators.
Yeah, they bitches.
To be a little bit more discerning, just a little bit more, because, when you get that call, 911 operator, that there's a black guy outside my house, It's like, well, what is he doing? He's blacking outside. He's just outside being black. And they'll call the cops for that. Like they'll send the squad car. And it's like, ma'am, if the nigga's not trying to climb through your window or your chimney,
just go back and
go back and movie, asshole.
Eat your muskrat.
Why are they sending cops?
Yeah.
Why are they
they send cops after us. There's a child selling lemonade. We need the police. We need SWAT. There's kids, there's black people barbecuing in the park.
What as a 911 operator, you should be like, are there raisins in potato salad? Okay, then I don't see any violations, ma'am. I'm gonna go ahead and need you to
And
call us back when this escalates to
exactly. There's something that is warranted.
an Ambrosia situation.
WDMA coming in hot. Kamala sure is quiet about black people getting killed and all these road cops, especially in LA where she was in office.
No, she was not in office in LA.
No, but she was in office in California.
In San Fran. I mean, she was a Yay area DA. And don't get Miss Adverb started because she hated. There you go. She said Kamala got her reparations when she became vice president of the United States. So
okay, no, that's not. Stop it.
Miss Adverb calls her Cop Mala. Some people aren't a fan. She wasn't in LA.
I'm not necessarily a fan of hers at all because I do think she's, even when she can be effective, she's ineffective. But and I know that some of that is how they treat her and how they put her.
So what the fuck do
No.
At this point, what the fuck do these niggas do?
Yeah, but there's been some vice presidents that have been effective, but I personally think, well, not that many. But
if I was vice president, I'd just have vices. Like you'd come to the White House and be like, "What y'all niggas need? I'm vice president, nigga."
You see me tying off. What's going on?
Yellow ones, blue ones, nigga. I got all
that. What you want me to do? Yeah, no. I'm just telling you right now.
Hookers, what you like?
Well,
Tom says, just looked at my IG feed and realized I need a thick ass, sexy woman with a net worth of over 10 million, thick lips, and a wet mouth. Kamala who?
I don't know where the fuck that came
from. Yeah, brother. Hey,
but hey, I ain't mad at you. I need that too.
Probably should have previewed that one.
Yeah, this is the thing about, and I want to say this is the thing about police officers and how the government, and if you look at the federal, the FBI, and all of them across the board, there's racism in all of it. There's all of it from every facet of it. You're just going to have to find those pocket of those. They're going to be considered rogue cops and rogue administrators that basically want some sense of fairness. You're never going to have it be completely fair. So we're going to have to get them. But you got to push it. You got to make noise. You got to make it go viral. You got to say stuff. And WDMA warrior, yes, we know Kamala is, ineffective and she don't give a fuck about black people and she rolls over and loves on her white husband and all of that. Yeah.
Come on, man. What are y'all talking about?
What are
you talking about? I'm not of that Kamala is bad school. I'm not with that. You know what I'm saying?
Now that part's not. She's locking up black women. Well, that was just called, curving down the competition. That's like if I was a cop, Pedro going to jail because I'm trying to cut down on the competition of these niggas trying to get all the pussy.
Wow, there you go.
That would just be them reaching. Well, like, why you?
That would be excessive. That would be excessive.
That's excessive force. Why are you a cop? Well, my reasoning.
I'm in it for the pussy. Savage AF, man. You know what it is. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. All right, we're getting towards the end of the show here. For me today, that motherfucker say what, and Merrick Garland's thing was just like it for me. I'm just like, bro, that's all you got for us is. Cops is bad.
But why you always say something to me when I be on his ass, man? I think that motherfucker's a bitch.
Well, no, because I think you're wrong about although it was slow, Jack Smith is Merrick Garland. You know what I mean? Like it's his replacement. It's his avatar, right? Like Jack Smith is Merrick Garland's avatar. He's like, so Merrick Garland is doing this thing like, I don't want to look partisan. But I see there's bullshit going on. So I'm going to get certain entities to do it for me. And okay, Fonnie Willis is doing her thing over here. Alan Bragg's in New York getting in. Letitia James in New York getting it in. You know what I mean? So, there's certain things where it's like, okay, I don't have to play the partisan villain. But it all moved very, very slowly. But when you come out with a report like this, 10 years after the FBI has already told us that the police department is crackified. I'm like, what's the solution, my dude? So that's it. We're gonna keep it moving. We're gonna end this show up. We're gonna push. And you know me, when I push things, it usually get pushed like this.
Hey, it's your boy Black Pedro popping in. Hey, with another poppin' to let you know what's poppin'.
Your boy Black Pager with another pop-in to let you know what's popping. Y'all know what's popping, man. It's Juneteenth type of weekend, right? Yay.
Yeah.
For any of those who don't know, you might be listening, you might be white or Asian or just not part of the culture. That's fine. Be that. Stay who you are. I'm gonna educate you a little bit. Juneteenth is a celebration that Black people engage in to commemorate the actual end of slavery, which hasn't occurred yet. I'm sorry, I should say that, but
yeah, that's what I was about to say. What are you talking about?
Slavery in its most obvious form ended in 1865 with the Emancipation Proclamation, but it wasn't until 2 years later, in a town in Texas, when I believe a U.S. Navy ship pulls up, and niggas was still slaving because they was in Texas, and there wasn't social media back then. So 2 years after they had been emancipated, these slaves finally found out that they had been free, been freed, and that's what Juneteenth is really about. Is about, like, even after emancipation was delayed for many Black people, right? And still hasn't occurred because slavery is still legal.
Right.
Look up the 13th, Ava DuVernay, sorry, a great documentary on it. But the reality is the 13th Amendment to the Constitution says that slavery is abolished except as a form of punishment for a crime and niggas be in jail. So doing slave shit. So that being said, though, Juneteenth is this weekend. You know, it's kind of the official celebration of emancipation, even though we don't have, you know, a clear date on, you know what I mean? Like, it never kind of really ended. That being said, as we mentioned earlier, police is bad. And the FBI, CIA are telling people to watch out. It's crackers outside. And in addition to Pride Month, and I don't know whose idea was to mash Pride Month and Juneteenth together at the same damn time.
It was mine.
But no, I mean, everybody have their time. But for crackers, for white nationalists who are most of them are probably closeted, latent homosexuals, anyways. You know,
not that that's a bad thing.
With bad earnings. No, it is.
Yeah.
To be closeted is bad. Like especially when you lash out. When you can't live out your life freely, you know, these people end up lashing out. You'd be like, senator who wrote anti-gay bill sucks dick every Thursday at Tommy Burgers. You know what I mean? And then they're caught on camera. Yeah, it's like repressed motherfuckers who act like this. But anyways, my point is, law enforcement across the nation are telling us that this weekend could be dangerous for, you know, organized Juneteenth and Pride events. It seems like there's a lot of white nationalist chatter around terrorizing, which is what they do, these terrorist organizations. There's a lot of chatter around the terrorization of Juneteenth and Pride events, especially this weekend. So, you know, don't want to get anybody scared or have you panic at all. But if you are planning on attending any kind of organized events, you might want to check with your local law enforcement and communities about their response or you know, anticipated actions around protecting these events, so to make sure that you will be in a space that will be safe. Otherwise, keep it in the backyard with the cousins and some guns.
I don't know if this is a celebration to me. Yeah, y'all free. Woo. And you know, like, it don't really, I'm gonna do a show, but I'm saying Juneteenth ain't really no celebration. I mean, every time, every image of it, I just see it like, so y'all fucked us over for years, and now you tell us this is the real date? Suck our dicks.
Well, I mean, but we can use it as motivation to stay vigilant, to stay woke, as I'm telling y'all to do this weekend. And, you know, woke is under attack, but we always know that it's just about vigilance for us. Being woke is about vigilance for Black people. So stay vigilant this weekend. WDMA, you keeping your black ass in the house. I get that, brother. I totally get that feeling. But you know, should you choose to step out? I think that is there's a space that we need to take up in terms of being vigilant, like still living our lives, still being happy, not letting them oppress our celebrations or our happiness, but being aware that they are actively
they're actively trying to do it. But I'm going to say this right now: Juneteenth, the fact that we didn't know that we was free.
I like what WDMA says. He says, when they give us reparations, I will celebrate Juneteenth.
That is very good. I agree with you. And
I can't argue with that, brother.
And plus, Miss Adverb says woke is illegal now.
Only in Florida. That's where it goes to die. But everywhere else, it's just under attack.
Yeah, I mean, it's under attack. It's bullshit. Savage AF, let me let y'all know something. This is how we do it. Make sure that you check us out Monday through Friday, typically from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Also, make sure you subscribe to the channel, what you see scrolling. You see it scrolling down there. You see it scrolling. I don't know why you're acting brand new. Don't make me tell you again. Slappity dappity. Do you understand me? And I will do it. All right. Yeah, you don't understand. You know what my name is, Mr. Fuck Around and Find Out. All right. So, but make sure you subscribe to the channel, and when you go there, do this. Click the bell, give us a thumbs up, because thumbs up are always smooth going down, baby. Get yourself something to sip on.
Because there is none. You know what I'm saying?
And also make sure you follow us on Facebook, which is right above here, Savage A.F. Hey, get our page up to thousands more than we got, and we will reward you with nothing. You get nothing.
Not a damn thing.
Yo, I gotta let y'all know my Shangry is personal and also what's going on in the world. It makes me feel like that. So, and Pedro likes to mock me for that, which hurts my feelings. But I'm just gonna let you know it hurts my feelings.
Got it done.
If I only had a gun, I would shoot all the crackers and not get smack.
Even down the yellow brick road.
No, the reason I say if I only had a gun, I sent some more information out. I went online to try to see if I could get the money reduced for the $7,000 they want me to pay, and they said no. If there was some, if I had to take some classes or whatever I had to do,
for bullet vouchers.
Yes, something, and I got a sturdy. No, I got a hardy. They gave me a, and then I was like, well, that's why I want a gun. Because motherfuckers like you turning me down, bitch.
Because I'm coming for.
Yeah, but no, I feel like the reason I really do need a gun, and Pedro's already caked up on gun action. If somebody come to his house the wrong way, they get into business. If they's like, hey, goddamn it, we don't like those nigger Pedros, and they try to come in the house, I'm
gonna say some words first, like, who is it?
Yeah.
Nigga, if you don't answer right.
By the way, this is Pedro. The kind of Pedro got a gun like this. So I looked into it. I went online. I also they said that there's organizations and lawyers that you can get for a little bit cheaper. So I did submit for that online, because I really do feel like it's time to get dressed up and time to get some weapons. Because right now, if you look on a lot of the white nationalist boards where they're communicating back and forth with each other, they are talking about not only a civil war, but ready for it? Ready? Race war. And they actually said that they gave examples.
That's what the first Civil War was.
It was pretty much a race war. Civil war, but there was a lot, but I think that there's going to be a lot of people out there. Now, if I don't let me get one, because this whackety dackety, baby, I'm daffy duckety. I am not playing. The bottom line is, it's still, they said there's a possibility that I could pay $5,600, and I can get with an organization that could help me. And I said, well, what if I put it in my son's name? You know what I'm saying? If I put it in my son's name, and then they said, no, you can't do that. I just thought, yeah, that'd be cool if my son could. All right, that won't happen. But any suggestions from anybody in the feed? Because I really do want to. And I was going to go to Redstone Firearms, the only black-owned firearm
Dealer in California.
dealer in California. They're the ones that legal. Yeah, see, legal. Yeah, that word really sticks in my craw. But yeah, that was because I was going to get my TSA thing today. I have to go get a passport. I had to go find my place to get my birth certificate because it's not in the country. And I had to, you had to do that. You have to find a Providence and all that other stuff, which I had to go through all that. And
this nigga got Providences.
yeah, well, no, that's what it's Providence. And so I did that and had to pay $30. And then I had to go online to find some kind of way because Pedro ain't gonna loan me his guns.
Because I know what you got in mind. Miss Adverb coming with the illegal suggestions. Change your social. She's like, just become another nigga. My name is Shane Forbes.
Shane Forbes. Hello.
Forbes.
Okay, but yeah, so anybody got any suggestions where I can get that? Because $7,000. I filled out the form. I didn't have to pay anything, which is cool. I filled out the form and told them. But see, I think they think I'm too anxious for the gun. I think they think I'm like, because I want to buy a lot.
Kevin Keith says Kevin Keith says he might have some solutions for you. So holler at that, brother.
I'm serious. I don't know what else to do because when they gave me the paperwork at Redstone, the paperwork to pursue at Redstone Firearm, they were telling me what I do because I thought I could literally go in, fill out some paperwork there, and I was good. And I was being mocked by Pedro, which I thought was, really, mean of him.
I'm sorry, but you was like, yo, why they asking all these questions? Like,
yeah, they was, man. He's like
a name. He's like, man, fuck that, dog.
First off, I want that one right there. I want that one right there. And he actually, this the wild shit.
Real quick.
This the wild shit they did at Redstone, which I think is they clowned me. They pulled me to another, like, come over here.
Like, pulled me to the side. Dog.
Pulled me to the side, showed me all this information, and said, no, you have to do this, 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 this. I send the stuff off until 2 months. 2 months, Pedro. I get the information back. They say,
It's like 2 months to get rejected.
And then they show me, they said, you have to do this, 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 this. I send it back in. They say, hey, $7,000. And do you have a lawyer? I'm like, the fuck? A lawyer? Oh, okay.
Here's the thing. I never told you this, Shane. They pulled me to the side that day, too. It was kind of like if you brought, like a young chick to the club with no ID or something, and the bouncer's like, fuck you doing, man? You bringing felons in here? Like, that's how
see, I thought you was going to say something else. You know that ain't how we do shit here, man.
Yeah, you bringing killer ass niggas in here to bring you. We sell clean weapons.
So I got it down to 56. It was 56 something. I got to look at my notes. 56, which would be good if I can go through there's a program you can go through because of the amount of time. So if I can do it, I might be going out to the range with Pedro with my own, instead of you shooting his guns, because last time I went, I had to shoot his guns. I'm gonna be able to shoot my own guns. I'm working on it actively. And I'm gonna tell you why before we get out of here. I bullshit you not. You can look it up online. The white nationalist groups are literally actively mobilizing with the possibility of that. And also with Trump, and this is true shit, with Trump calling to arms these people, I think the shit might pop off. And I think that guess who'll be the first people that get the business if we're not prepared. Just saying. Savage AF, yo, we're going to have a good weekend. I got some shows coming up. And Pedro will be at the Comedy Chateau
tonight.
I was there last. Yeah, I was there last night. It was a nice time. It was a good crowd.
I killed it. I was just there hanging out.
I was telling a few jokes to the people. The ghost of Bob Marley was in the audience, and his illegitimate son and it was a good time. Make sure you come out if you happen to be in Long Beach. I'll be in Long Beach, California, at the Laugh Factory. At the Laugh Factory, it's called the All Star Comedy. I'll be there with Kara Sardonovich, J.D. Witherspoon, London Brown, myself, and Francisco Ramos. And I'm gonna see if he can get me a gun. And then tomorrow I'll be at the Improv.
Goddamn immigrants getting guns before we are.
They getting guns for us, man. I'll be at the Improv in Melrose at the Lab tomorrow night at 7:30. But I don't go up until I'm last. So even if you come at 8 o'clock, I won't be on. You come at 8:30, I won't be on. I'm on at 8:45. So make sure you come out to check out that show. And finally, I'll be at the Bourbon Room. Yes, at least I can get a sword. I'll be at the Bourbon Room the June 18th at 7 p.m. Make sure you come check me out at any one of these shows if you get a chance. Make sure you go check out Pedro at the Comedy Chateau tonight, 10 p.m. and tomorrow, 10 p.m. All right. Thank y'all for supporting us, man.
You can, according to Ms. Adverb, our Minister of Defense, you can get a flamethrower without a permit. So, I mean, you know, a lot of shootout movies, whatever, but the flamethrower dude, that's the illest nigga, dog.
Yeah,
like,
but that's hard to conceal.
Well, I mean, nigga, if you got a flamethrower, pull that bitch out, nigga. You ain't gotta, you know what I mean? Like, let them know, my nigga. Like,
I wonder how much that's gonna cost.
It's like the flamethrower thing is like, yeah, you shoot a motherfucker and they're like, oh, but you flamethrower a motherfucker, and that nigga's like, ah! They always run down the street.
You're right.
The woods like this. It's
thank
like,
you, Miss Adverb.
Yeah,
I'll look into the flamethrower.
I mean, I'm not suggesting that you actually get, but you know, it's an option.
You know, the one thing I was thinking
of doing, different platforms. So
I was thinking of doing this because I watched a movie with Denzel. Get a nail gun.
This is at school. Pooh. Niggas just
Yeah.
like,
you ain't going nowhere, motherfucker. Yeah, but yeah, nail guns are legal.
They'll just call that nigga the crucifier.
Yeah. Dunk, dunk, dunk.
We've got Travis and Jesus.
No, but yeah, so I mean, I bet you somebody come to my door and start some shit. If I got a nail gun, they can't stop.
I mean, you know, I seen the James Bond movie where he fucked niggas up with a nail gun. Like,
yeah, I saw the one. What's the movie with Denzel Washington where he's straight killer? Yeah, man, I love that shit. And I was watching.
Just watch like, what time my Uber Eats gonna be here? Cool. Cool. Fuck you. Nail gun.
I might. Oh, see, Miss Adverb got two of those.
She got two. Nobody needs two nail guns. Who's sitting out here like ka? Like,
and they got the little canister powered ones, so I can roll in the street with it.
Long range nails.
I know y'all asking me why do I know that? I do my research.
One day I'm gonna be at a bar and I'll be like, yeah, so you know, Shang and I used to spook, and then all of a sudden it just goes through the glass. It's God. I'm like, ah!
Man, what the fuck? Yeah, man.
Yeah, nigga. I told you to send more invites, nigga.
Why like, you know we need to post more. Yeah, nigga, if you don't post more.
Fuck.
All right, so look, crossbows. Wow.
Niggas that got into The Walking Dead now. You know, a good bow and arrow and never hurt nobody that it wasn't posted.
Now they're giving me all kind of ancient weaponry. Man, you need to get flaming nunchucks. You fuck a nigga up with flaming.
Y'all gonna have Shang jumping off a roof with 3 arrows and shit. Like,
yeah. No, but crossbows can do damage, man. Yeah, no, I told you.
They don't attract zombies because they're
called, yes, it's a hydraulic nail pumping. Yeah, wow. I don't know what that. Also not anticipated by the LGBTQs. I don't know how that even.
You start off okay sometimes, and then you
just go left.
Oh, right. I don't know what's it, but
no,
keep sipping like I am.
There's a reason. And okay, Pedro.
Kevin Keith just says, hold on. Kevin Keith just says 2 words: axe handle. That's not even the weapon part. He's like, you see somebody with the butt of a gun, right? He'll use the back of a knife to not even stab you.
Just bust you to death.
Cruises and shit.
No, but check this out. Pedro, the whole reason Pedro got a gun is because of the same reason I believe it is a reality. Okay? You should have heard some of these people in Miami. This was in Miami. This dude had a fucking stick with a pig head on it. No, I'm dead serious. At the when
like a real ass pig head?
A real pig head. Bloody pig head type shit. Look it up online when they were down there, you know, I guess what were they,
pig heading?
Yeah, for Trump, because he was being indicted. And they were saying
the indictment recently.
The indictment recently, and there were also people that were armed. There were people that were armed, but they were very quiet. And that's the ones I don't like. So also the dude that shot the woman in Washington, D.C., they had to move him because somehow, some way they found his location and they were trying to target him.
Lieutenant Michael Byrd?
Yes. And he's got
greatest American Negro who's ever lived.
He got more death threats. Also, do you know who else got more death threats? From your state. Gretchen.
Big Gretch.
Big Gretch.
You know they're gonna come for her, man.
But she initially got death threats where they wanted to try her and cut her head off. So you got to think these white nationalists are these Proud Boys or whatever their other names, the something percentage, Oath Keepers, all these people.
Front is
all of these different organizations that are coming together, all of them are armed. Trust and believe. And I don't want to be open the door with my dick in my hand. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to make sure. And that is what's happening. Wow, blacks for Trump.
She said that blacks for Trump were kept out of the Trump rally cult meeting the other night. Yeah. Because you could be black for Trump, but Trump ain't going to be black for you, nigga.
Right. So, I mean.
Look at the coons. Look at the coons. Always cooning for you. Cool. Listen, Herman Cain was the first nigga to die in the Republican Party.
Yep.
And them not a nan one of them motherfuckers.
They didn't have a mourning. They didn't have. There was none of that. I didn't see.
Like, nigga dying. Shit. Well, they were probably like, well, that's in line with the numbers. Negroes are supposed to die from it, but
yeah, I mean, it's bad. So make sure that y'all give me some suggestions. You can inbox me on Instagram at Comedian Shang. And, hit me through the website, which is iamshang.com. Make sure you sign up and say Savage AF. We're going to give you some more information. We will see you, I guess, Monday at 3 p.m. No, Monday, I don't know if I'm going to be, I might have a podcast thing that they want me to do for the community. They give me, they want me to do a bunch of shit like that. I don't know why, but because I don't give a fuck about the community.
Where's my community check?
Yeah, yo, first off, y'all better pay. No, I am getting paid.
There you go.
Yeah, but
Savage AF, man, fuck your feelings, facts matter. If Shang's not here on Monday, I'll give you a drill solo. We'll do that.
And I'm around all the rest of the week. Let me see.
All right, there we go. That's what it is. Niggas got electrified brass knuckles in here. We don't even want to go any further.
I don't even know what that means.
We're about to incite our own riot. Hey, listen, y'all. Be safe this weekend. You know what I say, man. Stay black if you are. Do that shit. Do not be black if you're not. Just be you.
And
keep your fingers out your nose.
Out your nose. Happy Juneteenth weekend. Boom.
Be safe. Stay woke.
All right.